They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set, 120! 81.
Wentz to throw on second down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Wentz now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Lefty. Here we go. 180!
Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Sunday!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Spinning away. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Luck, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Luck, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. And he's going to go down again. Malik Jackson. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller, and it's 3rd and 5.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of it? And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll run with Mack. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. It's Locke. On the move to his left. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Locke. Ebron's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1. Luck on the sneak, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andrew Luck, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts able to get this back with it, a touchdown. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Barthema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 54 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Clement, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Luck. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They begin the drive with a grab with Mack. And an alley to run. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Devin Funchess with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will get him one closer. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 41 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Houston leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing now is Wentz. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Braxton Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will make this a 19-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Throwing on third down. Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Somebody call for the queen.
Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some bites by the morning. I had a sis by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the ocean. I had a in my shoulder. You got a bitch. You got this bitch in me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. Big Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my tongue. the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sister by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second down, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left and got his man complete. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Jameis to throw it. It's complete to Williams. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw is Winston. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Kirkwood on to kick as he sends it away. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That was second down run for Murray. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Zip.
From the end zone, Tannehill. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Let's convert. Come on. Sunday. Follow. Play up.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. To chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways ways to play it offensively, but this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it, and this time it results in an interception.
Now a handoff looking right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss. We're only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme, come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Now Tannehill going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 57 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they try the right side here. Down to the 25. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the linemen to where the
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Winston now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. To throw, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Daquan Jones forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Winston now. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Let's go now.
And now with the play clock almost to 0, Dirk Cutter's going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Here's Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for.
And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. This from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he locates Walker, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Uncorks one for Davis. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, Any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. Over the middle to Evans. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 81 yards. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Tannehill. Walker with a grab, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Sets up the screen to Lewis, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Tiger.
Again, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
So it's a third field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Winston again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. With it is Jackson. Dancing away at the 35. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now they'll run with Lewis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Let's go, get set.
Again, it's Lewis. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to air one out. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Yeah, the nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. First down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Second down, Winston. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
550. Even. Follow. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
He'll get it up the middle. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. And on the ground they go with a running back. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Tampa Bay, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the home team here, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year.